Hello. Good morning to you all. It's 1 minute past 10. I wish you all welcome on this session where new enterprises, new companies of Agoria will present themselves. As you can see on the program, a nice mix of digital and physical enterprises. I wait some minutes to let in the audience. Lisa, if it is possible for you, can you help me when there is someone who wants to enter? So I see some colleagues of me who are entering, some enterprises who will present themselves, and some external enterprises who are interested to hear the possibilities and the solutions our new members can give. Please note also that this session will be recorded, and afterwards it's possible to look back at it. The presentations also will be sent. On the beforehand, I will already also inform you about two important activities we will organize in the next weeks and months. So you can see on the next slide here, up to date, expert insights at your fingertips from the 6th to till the 17th of October. So please look at our website, and if there are some sessions there who interest you, please, you can subscribe. I repeat it also at the end of these sessions, of these information sessions, that the 6th of November in the Flemish part, the members are also invited to participate in the Flanders event of Agoria at 6th of November in the Handelsbeurs in Antwerp. So I think it's the moment to start with the first enterprise who is programmed. So I will give the word to Karl Maas from the Kimpen. As you can see, he is working in the sector of thin metal sheet manufacturing. Karl, if you are ready, you can share your presentation. Specialists in laser cutting, punching, bending, welding, and pressing of metal sheets from piece work to small series. So I hope, Karl, this small introduction fits you. Karl, I don't know if you are already speaking, but you are muted, I see. So don't forget to unmute your mic. Yes.
So you hear me now?
Yes, Karl.
Oh, perfect.
The floor is yours.
Yes. Okay. Good morning, everybody. I'm Karl Maas, General Manager of the Kimpen, and I would highlight it, let's say, three topics. First of all, vision and mission and our value proposition. Then we will go quickly through the machines we have in our company. And then at the end, I will show you some realizations so you can have a better understanding what we are doing. So, sure.
This moment, Karl, we still see your first slide.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
So, vision and mission. So we are a one-stop shop for all specific metalworks in small and large batches. And thanks to our versatility of machinery, we strive to offer the best price quality solution for our customers, taking the technological lead in the market. This is our vision. So our value proposition, but my slides don't work very well. Yeah. Okay. So as a matter of fact, we would like to be a partner in metal components and assemblies, and we work most of the time in the Benelux, and there we have almost 30 years or more experience. If you're looking to a partner who can do more than just to supply a metal part, then we can help you. We support companies across the Benelux region with an end-to-end solution. This means that we start from prototyping up to the first series, small series batches, to the medium-large series production. Medium-large, we should understand 1,000, 2,000, up to 5,000 pieces. We are not a company who will make 10,000 to 100,000 pieces or something like that. Whether you need a single component or a complete assembly, we combine engineering, production, and surface treatment in a streamlined process. By choosing for our company, you will provide or you will have the benefits of co-engineering. So we will start with helping you to make the most cost-efficient solution and the best way to make the production happening. We will offer you also a flexible production, so quick prototyping, small runs, and then medium-sized production batches. We also provide you a high quality of finishing, so surface treatment is then on your request. And we also provide integrated assemblies. Integrated assemblies, this can mean complete metal structures, but it can also mean that we integrate the wooden parts because we belong to a group, and inside our group we also have a company who can make the wood production, so we can integrate them also. So generally speaking, we don't deliver just products, we deliver a partnership, innovation, and a peace of mind for the customer. So generally speaking, we have also the 4 pillars. We have the co-engineering with concept design and prototyping. We have the production, and we have then the assembly and delivery as a service. Quickly through our machines. So we have, of course, a welding department, and we have done full automated machines for laser cutting of metal sheets, laser cutting of tubes, and full automatic center you see here for punching activities. Of course, we also have a bending department with the standard bending machines, but we also have bought in the recent past 2 new fully automated robot cells where we can do the bending as well. Then we work also for the different materials. We can work in steel, aluminium, and stainless steel, and we have a different department to do the treatment of our stainless steel, so there is no contamination. Then I would like to go quickly through some realizations. So most of the time, our 50% for our turnover is in the retail business, where we do the production of metal shelves and all the accessories we need in the shops. So most important customers here are Colruyt, Carrefour, Deleuze, but also in DIY, Brico and Hubo. We are also active in the construction business. Here you have an example where we work together, where we supplied a lot of metal parts, but galvanized metal parts for Sky Park in Luxembourg. This is a business center close to the airport in Luxembourg. Recently, we also made special parts, so roof panels in the Canal project for Centre Pompidou in Brussels. So where we have to connect 2 old roofs with our aluminium parts. Another different business where we're working is the display business. I'll show you 2 examples. So you can see that we make displays in tubes combined with metal sheets, but we can also make displays completely out of the metal sheets. Of course, it's not mentioned here, but we can also integrate wooden parts if necessary. Voilà. So another special activity we do, that is that we supply metal components for the interior of professional vans. These are most of the time steel parts which are powder coated or aluminium parts. And then at least we have a special customer where we supply complete metal chambers, and this is for doing the testing of electronic devices. Voila, I'm still Karel Maas, so you have here my contact details. Whenever you have questions, please come back. You can ask them now or you can ask them later. And I would like to thank you for your attention. If there are questions, feel free to send them over.
I thank you very much, Karel. I can say 1 minute over time, so it's acceptable. No problem, Karel. It was a very clear and nice presentation. It's always nice to and interesting to discover and to listen to the real original Agoria members from in the early 40 years, the millennium before. So I'm certainly that two of the new enterprises who will also present themselves looked at your presentation, and I'm thinking at Decimo Louvain-la-Neuve, and I'm also thinking at Presence Care, who will come in later on this morning. So if there are questions, I'm looking if there are questions. I see in the chat something in the chat, maybe, no. It must be that it was very clear, your explanation.
Yeah.
If not, I have a question for you. I don't know if your market was in Benelux. Is it correct?
Yeah, Benelux is,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. So Bernard, please, my colleague.
Yes, I'm Bernard, a colleague of Jack. One question, finishing capabilities.
Yes.
Do you have them in-house, or are you relying on subcontractors for the painting and eventually other surface finishing?
Yeah, that's a good question, because I prepared the slide before, but I skipped it. But we belong to a group of companies, and this is the Gondel group.
Okay.
So we have in the group, we have 6 companies, and in part of these 6 companies, we have one company with a small surface treatment plant, production unit, and we have one with a very large production unit. Okay, so we have it in house in the group, not in the Kimpe, but we can do it in group.
No, it's important if we get a request for production and so on. Often surface finishing is part of the request. So
yes. So in Belgium we can do the small series, because as we work a lot for the retail business, we also have a big plant in Czech Republic, and there we do the bulk production. So if it goes to really large quantities, we can go to Czech Republic. Small quantities we can do in Belgium.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for the question, Bernard. Thank you for the answer, Karel.
Okay.
We will also send the presentation of Karel after this session. So if there are no questions anymore, I will thank you again, Karel, and I will give the floor and the word to Saar de Sutter from Dios Smart Solutions, active in the sector of identity and trust services. We expect a lot of you, Saar, and I will already say that Saar will also be present on the 6th of November during our annual event for Agoria Flanders in Antwerp, as I mentioned already. Maybe I will ask one of my colleagues to put in the chat the link to this event in Antwerp. So if it's possible, so that you can already look at our website and discover the program of that day. So, Saar, I've spoken of, the floor is yours.
Hi, good morning, everyone. It's nice to meet you all. I'm Saar de Sutter, the CEO of Dios Smart Solutions, and today I'll make it quick. I'll shortly introduce what Dios is all about. Maybe I start just with a little quote we like to say as well, is that probably no one here knows Dios Smart Solutions, or at least you think you don't know us, but about 80 to 90% of the Belgian people regularly use technology or solutions that we provide. So I'll explain you a little bit more what we are all about, and then you might even recognize like, oh, hey, after all, we did know Dios Smart Solutions, but we just didn't know it. our vision and mission is all about identity. I think everyone knows personal data is being processed more and more often and is also becoming more and more important, especially in the digital world where a lot of fraud is being committed as well, and we want to make sure that we know who the other person on the other side of the screen is. And for this, we provide different solutions and products. So these all are situated in the identity sector, and related to that is what we call trust services. Those are solutions that are built on a certain identity and makes you as a customer, you will know, you can trust what the service provides you with, the data that is behind, maybe even payment or secure transactions that are behind that. The advantages we would like to bring is that we are a real Belgian company, and we are very proud of that. But that also means we have all our people in-house here in Belgium, and who would give you the excellent support that you might need when you roll out one of our products or when you use one of the projects with us. We have expertise in extended fields. One of them is, for instance, about EID and It's Me, but also a trust service for sending digital mail, for instance, instead of on paper, you send it through your email. Also smart card technology related, for instance, to access control. All of these expertise we have in-house. And I don't need to tell you when it's about personal data, how important security is. Also the best quality, obviously, and compliance to different standards. And we guarantee you that we comply to all of these different standards to provide you with the best possible solutions. Now I dig a bit deeper to make it more concrete for you what we are actually providing you with. We have a Quill e-signing platform. So in any case, every company needs to send out documents that need to be signed. Think about employee contracts, but also maybe contracts with suppliers. Therefore, you could use the Quill platform to be able to easily and efficiently send documents that can be approved and signed by multiple parties. It is a very efficient way to be able to digitalize this process, but on the other hand, it also gives you the added advantage of the fact that all the documents are sealed and that you have a certain level of confidentiality and a certainty that you know who is actually signing or approving a document. Then obviously we have a lot of different solutions, platforms, products to be able to manage your whole identity cycle, but I'll dig a little bit deeper into that. There are two main use cases where you as a company can benefit from this type of KYC hub, where whenever you need to verify the user data, for instance, to register a new user on a platform you have, then you can use this platform. Or if you say later on, we have a user portal, we need users to be...
Brandon.
Oh, sorry, did anyone say anything? No, I'll continue. Or if you have a user platform where you want users to log in and you want to make sure that the user is who they say they are, you can use the KYC DIAS platform. I think this says a lot more than what I previously said. A screenshot, like you can choose which method, whatever you like. Depending on the level of assurance of who is on the other side, you can choose which method to use to identify yourself or maybe to log in to the platform. I also mentioned shortly that we are not only software related, but also hardware. And then one example of this is the Mobio Kit. It's what is being used by the Belgian government to help the citizens who are not very mobile anymore to still be able to have an EID card. So someone from the government goes to your home and they capture your true identity and your fingerprints and everything, and then you can be enrolled and you can be provided with a new EID card. It looks a little bit like this. It looks like a ruggedized tablet, but it has all the functionality embedded within. And I'm not going to go too much in detail into this, but also know that apart from the products I have shown you, we also have a lot of specific projects with a lot of different companies and customers and partners, which I have shown you here. And that's why I said, I'm sure every one of you has regularly already used our technology, but you might have not been aware of that. Thank you for your attention. And if you have any questions, please go ahead.
Thank you very much, Saar. And I'll see already someone who is applauding you. So, any questions for Saar? I will be very glad to meet you on the 6th of November, of course, and hear what your story will be there.
I'm looking forward to it.
Laurence.
Hi, good morning, Saar.
Hi, good morning.
Maybe just a question, because you're doing projects, consultancy, and products. What is the I can't find the words. How does it relate to one another? Is there a bigger part on projects, a bigger part on products, or is it more or less the same?
Well, initially we were a project-based company with a lot of integrations, but then after a while we saw that a lot of these projects have a common denominator, and that was the aspect of identity. And that's why after 15 years we started also building products with the know-how we already had in-house, and to separate a bit of this functionality into different SaaS platforms. And obviously, both can be combined, but the real advantage of being a project and product and consultancy company is the way we handle our products is on a project-based approach, meaning if there is a customer who says, well, I would like to tweak this a little bit, or is that feature also possible? We always have time in our roadmap to make sure that in a foreseeable time, we can also integrate those features. When there is a customer who doesn't have all the knowledge in-house, we won't just throw the product into their laps and say, well, you do what you need to do and that's it for us. No, we can help you and make sure it is implemented into your ecosystems in the best possible way. We can help you with best practices and all of that. So that's really the thing where we distinguished ourselves from other companies.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
No more questions for Saar. So Saar, I have to thank you for the nice presentation. Very
thank you for having me.
With your clients and our service providers, apparently. It's clear. I don't know, I'm not sure if Helena Gooivaerts from Yield is in the call.
Yeah, Helena is not in the call, but I'm in the call, the colleague of Helena.
Simon van Otegem. Okay,
yeah, exactly.
So I didn't have the chance, the opportunity to have a dry run or a test. But Simon, if you are ready, your enterprise is active in the sector of AI. So it's very actual for us also. And you are not the only one today who will talk about AI. So Simon, please go ahead.
All right, perfect. If you could quickly confirm that you see the slides, then I'll start.
I see it perfectly. Yeah, in the presenter mode is okay.
Perfect. All right. Thanks a lot. So good morning, everyone, and thank you for the opportunity to present Yields today. So my name is Simon. I'm heading the sales team at Yields, and Yields is it's a technology company providing an AI governance or risk management solution for organizations of all sizes to responsibly and confidently deploy models within the organization while simplifying compliance and managing all the risk associated to the use of AI systems within their organization. So in the last couple of years, we have seen that many organizations are increasingly relying on AI systems within the organization, but we have also seen that the number of AI incidents have been increasing at fast pace. Incidents related to, for example, a lack of explainability of the AI systems, bias, security breaches, and so on. I think a nice example is the Amazon use case that they developed an AI a recruitment tool that shows bias against women or people living in underdeveloped areas. And of course, with an AI incident comes certain consequences. These consequences can be reputational damage or reputational damage that you as an organization face, but also financial losses, as we have seen already many examples over the last months and years actually in the AI space. As AI incidents are increasing, AI regulation and AI governance is no longer an option we see at organization. It's becoming a requirement. It's becoming a business critical function within the organization. So of course you have the aspect of potential fines related to the European AI Act, but it's also a matter of proving compliance in order to build trust within your ecosystem, to build trust with your clients that the AI systems that you are using and your products are properly tested and are in compliance with the requirements of the European AI Act. Although AI awareness is increasing, if we talk to many organizations in Belgium and Europe and globally as well, we see that many organizations still struggle to answer basic questions related to AI governance. So for example, what AI systems do we actually have within our organization? Who is the owner of those AI systems? What do regulators expect? What is the risk classification of the AI systems that we are using? And how can we actually prove accountability and compliance towards regulatory standards such as the European AI Act that is just around the corner, basically. In order to address that need, Yields has developed an AI governance solution for organizations to scale the adoption of AI within their organization, simplifying compliance and be able to have confidence in the AI systems that you're using within your organization. How are we doing that? So we do that through providing a SaaS platform where initially, or the first step is basically to inventorize all your AI systems. So all the AI systems that you have in your organizations are onboarded into the platform. So you can see who is the owner of the AI systems, what is the limitation, the dependency of the AI system. So you have a full overview of your AI landscape within our system. Then as a risk scoring will be given to your AI use case. So you will understand what is still needed in order to comply with the European AI Act for every AI use case. And you will be able to define an action plan to meet the requirements of the European AI Act. What is also very important of the platform is that because all AI system information is centrally stored here in the platform, that you can auto-generate compliant ready documentation that you can share with the regulators and auditors to really simplify your compliance work. A little bit of background on our company. So we are a team of 45 people. We have our headquarters in Antwerp. We also have a sales office in New York and London. And we work together with some of the biggest financial organizations worldwide, like BNP Paribas, HSBC, Westpac in Australia, and Commerzbank in Germany. But because of the European AI Act that is relevant for all organizations using high-risk AI systems, we're currently also expanding our reach to hospitals, energy companies, HR companies that are using high-risk AI systems and want to facilitate or ease regulatory compliance and have confidence in the AI systems that they are using. We also have a very extensive ecosystem of partners. Some of them are here, like KPMG. We also have Deloitte's TCS approach, for example, in Belgium. And we are actively working with our partners to implement our solution, but also to provide advisory services. What makes us different in the market is that our solution is risk management by design. So you have a lot of compliance solutions in the market, which is rather a checklist exercise. It's not very scalable. It doesn't really have risk at its core. Over the past eight years, we have mainly been working with financial institutions, so very big financial institutions where the risk department is a very critical department, and that's knowledge that we can bring to other sectors where typically the risk department is less mature compared to the financial market. And then finally, we have a very nice multidisciplinary team of technology experts and risk and compliance professionals that support our clients during and beyond the implementation. So that's my short pitch about Yields. If you're ready to start your AI governance journey, feel free to reach out to my email address. I'm very happy to address any questions that you may have today.
Thank you very much, Simon. Are there some? I see Bert already raising his hand. Yes. Bert, please.
Yes, my name is Bert Schreuwers. Sorry, my camera doesn't work. I have a new laptop and it doesn't work. So my name is Bert Schreuwers. I'm a legal expert within Agoria. I and one of the activities is on the AI Act. Just to understand, you focus on the users, right? So it's their tracking of the compliance with, for example, AI Act.
What do you mean with we focus on the users?
Deployers. So this is about the deployer being able to.
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
It's both for deployers and providers of AI systems.
Yeah. Okay, good to know. Thank you.
I can imagine that your relationship officer already set you in contact with some of my colleagues who are active also in the AI branch in Agoria, because also Agoria is promoting and providing possibilities to enhance the use and the implementation of AI in our member companies. So I don't know, Simon, if you already...
we are trying to establish that partnership a little bit stronger. We actually this week we had a meeting, but I can take that offline as well, with an organization in Belgium that is also involved in the harmonization of the AI standards. And they are actually looking for more business inputs and insights. And of course, we are a company that has a lot of insights on AI standards. So we're very happy to open up more of the conversations with Agoria, because at the moment that's not really happening.
Hi, Simon. I will get you in contact with Jelle Hoedemakers, who is the colleague that follows up on AI regulation, and he's also part of the standardization committees. So he will be a good contact point for you.
Yeah, we actually, our VP of Regulatory Affairs actually also reached out to Jelle yesterday. So indeed, but it would be helpful indeed if you can facilitate the conversation.
Yeah, of course. Maybe I had another question about the platform. Are you mainly, well, you're targeting companies that have got a high risk AI technology, but is it mainly bigger companies as well? Because the logos you showed, it's not like the typical SME, or is it both?
It's both. So let's say currently most of our clients are quite big. So we have clients with thousands of AI systems in-house that are constantly need to be validated, monitored, and where of course the usage of our platform is very critical. But we also work together with organizations that actually only have a mass of 10 to 15 AI systems in place. And this is now a platform that is more, let's say, for those type of organization, a bit of a lightweight version compared to what we deploy at the bigger organization. So it's very intuitive, user-friendly, in order to really simplify compliance for those organizations who do not have the bandwidth to do this day in, day out, basically.
Yeah. Okay. And maybe a last question: what would your biggest challenge be for the moment? Is it still like sensibilization towards the AI Act that companies aren't aware yet, or what do you see as your biggest struggle?
I think it's awareness within the organizations. I think a lot of organizations do not really understand what are the AI systems that they are using within the organizations, and many also do not understand what is actually a high risk AI use case within the organization. So for example, to give you an example of a recent conversation that we have, there's an HR company that is using AI for recruitment and so on, but they didn't really know that it is potentially a high risk AI use case. So I think there's lack of awareness within organizations on what are the AI systems actually that we are using within the organizations, and when are they categorized as a high risk, for example. So I think there's in my opinion, a bit of a lack of awareness currently in the market, especially at smaller organizations who are also exposed to the same risks, basically.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I think also this last answer from you, Simon, is also an answer on the question, from the question of Bert Spreaders. Good. No more questions. You will be not the first and the last enterprise into Agoria who is active in the AI. For example, the next enterprise, Logic.eu. Rizlijne Medari, I didn't have the opportunity to look at your presentation test, but if it's good for you, Rizlijne, you can share your screen and do your presentation. AI and automation. So I think my colleague Alain and we are really eager to see what AI and automation can can be useful. And I will read a sentence. We turn complex AI tools into simple, actionable solutions that boost productivity, creativity, and growth. Nice sentence to start. Please, Ghislaine, the floor is yours. I don't know, Ghislaine, if you're already trying to speak, but we don't hear you. Hello, Ghislaine. I don't see your mic is mute, so I think it must be okay. We still don't hear you. We see your first slide. Belogic.ai. Okay, maybe.
I think Jacques, Ghislaine had a problem with a computer this morning, so maybe that's
no problem.
Maybe we can try later on.
We're gonna not stress her up. Okay, I'll let Ghislaine again. Okay.
Hello, do you hear me now?
Yes.
We hear you, but we don't see you.
I'm sorry,
Okay,
I don't know what happens. Okay, great, super. I'm just going to take over the screen again. So you see my screen?
We see your screen and we hear your nice voice. Please, Ghislaine.
Thank you. So good morning, and I'm Ghislaine, founder of Belogic AI. So let me start with a simple observation. Many AI tools today are predictive. So they forecast demand, detect anomalies, flag risks. But what happens actually after the prediction? A human still has to do the follow-up, and that's the gap we're solving. Our vision is to become the AI operating system of every company. Agents today take over specific processes. Tomorrow they expand across domains, and eventually they orchestrate into a digital workforce. Our mission is clear: help SMEs ride the AI wave and stay competitive against corporates with massive budgets. And we make execution accessible, affordable, and scalable so no company is left behind. So let me give you a concrete example in manufacturing, for example. Predictive AI might tell you that the machine is likely to fail in 2 days. That's useful, but the process that follows is where the real work lies, right? So you have to raise a maintenance order, inform procurement to check spare parts, notify the team lead, reschedule the production, update the compliance logs, and so on and so forth. So that's hours of admin work, and it doesn't get done by a prediction. So our agents handle that execution end to end. This is why Belogic exists. We don't stop at prediction and we execute. Each agent is 80% productized backbone, so already proven, and 20% tailored to how a company works. So let's take sales, for example. Every company has the same pillars. So you have lead generation, pipeline management, customer communication, and reporting. So our sales agent automates the repetitive tasks. So you have like CRM hygiene, follow-ups, reporting, and freeing salespeople to sell. Compared to big vendors or consultancy companies, we are faster, already in 6 to 8 weeks, no 12 months. We are cheaper, no heavy licenses, just productized core with light customization. We are governance first, so GDPR and EU AI Act compliant and scalable. So you start with one agent and you grow step by step. Now, the opportunity is massive. In Belgium, SMEs lose nearly 5 billion euros every year to admin burden. Across the EU, SMEs are 99% of enterprises, and they employ 2/3 of the workforce. And Europe's AI market is already worth $66 billion, so growing by more than 30% every year. SMEs are ready, but underserved, and that's where Belogic comes in. We know that margins in manufacturing aren't only lost on the shop floor, they are lost in the back office too. So research shows that back office tasks like procurement, finance, compliance are now strategic automation targets in manufacturing. So more than half of procurement teams say manual inefficiency is their top risk. And the global saved $2.5 million per year by automating 60% of back office cases. And that's exactly what we do. We have a procurement agent that logs tenders, validates supplier documents, manages financial stamps, and prepares CFO reports. We also have a finance agent who captures invoices, expenses, reconciles with POs, and builds dashboards automatically. And I could go on and on and on and on. So this means manufacturers don't just optimize their machines, but they also optimize their entire company. And this is back office included. So to give you a case study where we worked on, so we worked with a food distributor in Kuwait, where we built an Ocean workspace linked to Outlook via Zapier. It now automates purchase orders, shipment tracking, and supplier follow-ups. The result? Well, fewer missed shipments and full visibility. In the UK, we worked with WEN, an academic consultancy company for professor promotions, and we built a document generation agent where Airtable and documents were used to provide reports that could help professors apply for promotions. So the result was consistent documents and less manual work. For the NMBS, we worked on the procurements. So we logged the marché public manually, that were manually logged automatically and prepared CFO packs. So we built a procurement agent to automate logging, validations, and reports. We also deliver smaller wins like automated newsletters, co-pilot setups, expense assistance, and inbox dashboards for an overwhelmed CEO in France. So every agent is built on the same layered architecture. And that is data, automation, AI reasoning, interaction, and governance. And that ensures reliability, compliance, and scalability. And the way we work is simple. We start with a 6 to 8 week ROI pilot, one agent, a fixed scope, fixed KPIs. We calculate the ROI using your numbers upfront. And if it doesn't deliver, you stop. So you have no lock-in. And to prove we want to build trust right here with Agoria members, that's why we would like to offer 3 free pilot projects to Agoria companies, where each pilot will deliver one limited scope agent of your choice. It will run for 6 to 8 weeks, and we will integrate it into your environment, and we will measure it with your own numbers to see which ROI you have generated. So in return, we only ask honest feedback and permission to share results and learnings within the Agoria community if it's interesting for one of you. And this is our way of showing trust and moving forward. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Ghislaine.
I don't know if there are any questions.
Yes, I see applause from Lisa, and I see the hand rising from Bert.
Yes, good to build trust in AI systems. Once again, my name is Bert Spreubers, so I tackle some legal questions for our members. And as was mentioned before, like AI Act and compliance is quite important. I maybe took the opportunity to present our AI legal masterclass, which tackles, well, at least our views on AI Act, but maybe broader any legal aspects of AI compliance. So yeah, just to put it out there, because there are quite a lot of AI companies today. So maybe not a question, but and of course, all the topics we present there are presented by Agoria experts. So besides myself, also Thomas van Grenbergen, a GDPR expert, and then Jelle Hoedemakers for the standardization part. So might be interesting.
Okay. Great, thank you.
So thank you very much, Bert. Alain.
Yeah, good morning, everybody, and good morning, Ghislaine. Thank you very much for the presentation. I have only one question. In our system, you're also mentioned as R&M Venture. Is this right?
That's a legal company, but we have another commercial name. Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. Okay, then that is clear for me. And then there is also biologic industrial automation, but this is another company, I think, or just looking for the website, so it was a little bit difficult. But yeah,
we are rebranding everything, to be honest.
Okay.
So I hired also a marketing employee who will start next month.
Okay.
So there is a lot to do on marketing side from our end, I need to admit.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, no problem. So then it's clear for me. And also, of course, yeah, I see a lot of things like finance, procurement, marketing, sales, but more in production. There are also possibilities, I suppose. Then we're also working on that.
Yes, that's why I also took the examples of a manufacturing company, because I know that there are a lot at Agoria, and I think that we can be an added value foremost for their back office activities, because that's one thing to do predictive AI where it's not our core. But yeah, once you have, for example, detected a failure in your machinery, of course, there are a lot of steps that needs to happen. And I'm sure that there are a lot also admin work that can be automated at that end. So that's why I wanted to highlight a bit that sector today.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Alain. And Karin, you also had a question?
Yes, good morning, everyone. Good morning again. Thank you. I just wanted to know to mention for you, but also for the other companies in the talk, the event that we in the call, the event that we have next week, Partnering for Success. That's an event that a colleague of mine or a couple of colleagues organize every year, where we get large companies that come to pitch the challenges that they are having. And then afterwards, there are one-on-one discussions possible to see with startups or other companies that can help them. And a number of those challenges are, one is, for instance, an AI-powered workflow optimization for first-line providers. There are some others where AI solutions can definitely be a solution. So I'll put, I think maybe Laurence already put it. I was going to put the link in the chat. I think it can be interesting for a number of you.
Yeah, great. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you for this attention. Karin, thank you, Laurence, to put the link in the chat. So I will ask it more than once this day today. Look certainly to our chat, because there are some links who will be very interesting to look at it. And after the sessions, I will stay. The session will be open for 2-3 minutes, so you can take the time to look up these links. Thank you very much. So I saw, Len, you mentioned the NMBS.
Yes.
One moment. Is it also this your AI? Is it also working with the chatbot?
No, it's not a chatbot. That's the idea. Actually, when you look at the technology architecture of an AI agent, you have, of course, the data that you're going to connect. You have an automation layer where you need to use Automate, 9, Make, or Pro codes, so with Python, AI reasoning layer, and interaction layer. But for that one automation we made for the NMBS, they didn't need an interaction layer. It was fully automated because it made no sense for that process. But I can imagine that for some processes, it can make sense that we put a chatbot and that the user can actually interrupt or ask something else to that automated workflow. So that's, of course, possible. But at NMBS, it was fully automated. So they received from their different SAP modules emails. They wanted to retrieve the right information from those emails and to be logged into their dashboard. So that's what we did with the attachment in the dashboard, also in the form of a link. Afterwards, they received automatically also from the controller is assigned to the right marché public, the financial controlling stamp, like they name it, document, where the AI had to analyze it, take the right information that needed to come in the dashboard. And from that document, they also made like a summary that the financial agent used to prepare the CFO meetings. So that was actually one of those processes they wanted to automate completely.
Okay, for the internal management. Okay, perfect. And I was wondering, you talked about 3 pilots for Agoria members. How work it's in concrete?
What I suggest is that the ones who have already something clearly in mind, who is defined as maybe redundant, that they think this can be automated, gets in contact with us, as such that we can look at it together and that we can set up the pilot with them free of charges, like I said, just to have also their honest feedback, how they found the experience of having that agent inside their company, and have, of course, if they are happy, the opportunity to use that as a case study for us. If they want to keep their names on it, fine for us. If they don't want it, also fine for us. But that's how I would suggest we would do it, that they just send us an email and we will take contact with them.
And do we, to be practical, do we do it by the relationship officer? Or can you I don't know. It's Lisa or Florence. I don't know.
Yes, it's me, but I suggest that maybe Ghislaine can indicate her email address in the chat.
Yes.
For those who are present today, that will be a kind of gift for them for being present. And otherwise, yes, we can also check for later opportunities together later on.
Yeah. If you don't receive enough candidates, do not hesitate, Ghislaine, to contact again Lisa.
Yeah.
Because I'm certainly there will be some enterprise interested in this.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Zen. If there are no questions anymore, I will give the word to Jeroen Nouts from Starfish Consultancy. Again, yes, Karin, again, an enterprise active in the AI. So, Jeroen, the floor is yours.
Thank you. There we go. I assume that you can hear me and see my slides.
Yes, both loud and
there
clear.
We go. Good morning. My name is Jeroen Nouts. I'm a founder of Starfish Consultancy, and as mentioned on the slide, we deal with turning HR data into business decisions. That's what it's all about. Maybe that's not a vague concept, so I think it's interesting to dive into the boardroom of a Belgian company, and then you see here the HR manager and the CEO discussing the HR reports during a quarterly meeting. And the HR manager is saying, well, we're doing a great job. We did a great job. 480 people followed training, which means 85% of our total population. And the CEO is nodding, quite enthusiastic, saying, well, great job. But then the inevitable word but is following. What does that mean for our company? Was there a positive impact on our sales, on our turnover, and some other tangible aspects of these HR actions? And that's where we dive in, because most of the time the HR manager isn't aware of these questions of the CEO and can't answer these questions. And that leads us to our mission. We empower organizations to turn data into business and people-centered decisions. So we are aiming for a balance between a business on one side and a people-centered impact on the other side. How we do that? Well, we believe that data and gut feeling are the best recipe to help people and organizations thrive. And so again, an exercise in balancing between data on one side and a gut feeling on the other side. What makes us different, what makes us stand out of other competitors in the market? We aim for giving understandable advice. We do a lot of complex analysis on HR data, but in the end, the crucial aspect is that it's understandable for HR professionals, that they have a really clear insight on what the data tells us. Second thing is actionable. We don't aim for passive reports, but we always aim for really clear actions that HR and other internal stakeholders in the companies that we support, that they can go to action as well. The third one is a really important one. We are independent. We often get questions from HR tech tool providers for a collaboration, but I think it's important for Starfish that we stay independent and that we are not giving the advice that is linked to an HR tech tool, but we give the best advice that is possible for the needs and the challenges of our customers. How do we do this? Often we start from the beginning, from the fundamental questions, and that's we analyze the HR business challenges within the company. That's a really important one for the steps that will follow, that we have a nice, really clear direction what the HR business needs are. We developed a data quality audit model specifically for HR data. So we audit the HR data in an organization, and then we can give feedback on a structured model. Based on the insights of these two steps, we can go to a data roadmap where we prioritize the actions that must be taken to go to a HR data mature organization. And that's where it all leads to. You have the possibility for a data analysis, which we call static data analysis, because at the end you receive a report with some insights, but also there is a possibility for real-time dashboarding and real-time reporting. So that's another possibility as well. Our target market, we aim for corporate HR teams and HR directors of companies employing over 250 people. Our current customers are even larger. They are employing over 500 people, but we already have some smaller companies and organizations as well. At the moment, our focus is on the Belgian market or international companies with a Belgian headquarters. And we plan to expand during the next 2 years to expand across Europe. And the profile of our customers are most of the time sectors with complex workforce dynamics, such as manufacturing, healthcare, technology, and government. That brings us to some customers that we have already helped in the past. And then what we're aiming for is that next time that these two people are discussing during a quarterly meeting, the HR manager can answer that question by a clear answer. For example, these actions have resulted in a 6% increase in our productivity. So that was my story for today. This is my contact slides. So if you're interested, please feel free to contact and get in touch.
Thank you very much, Jeroen. Very clear presentation. Are there, at this moment, questions from the audience? Maybe not, because it was clear. Laurence?
Maybe just one, because if you look at what you're providing, it looks like a no-brainer to do it. I mean, why wouldn't you do it as an HR responsible, as a company? So how is that working? Are people really aware and grasping what they can do with it? What do you feel in the market?
No, they aren't, because the specific profile of an HR professional is a person that really trusts his or her gut feeling. That's the reason why in our vision we aim for the balance between data and gut feeling. These persons haven't chosen their education and their training because of dealing with data. They want to talk with people, and they are not really fond of dealing with this data. Most of the time we see that when we start with projects within an organization, it's the CEO or the CFO who is the ambassador of our project, and not HR as itself, because they have a lot of more experience with data, and they also want data-driven answers. So that's the reason why it seems logical, maybe, but nowadays it isn't the reality in a lot of companies.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, and good luck.
Thank you.
Hello, Didier, please. Your mic is on mute, Didier, for the moment. Yeah.
Thank you. So thank you for the presentation. I just was asking myself, is it about the HR policy, so trainings, managing of the people and so on, or is it also a tool which can give advice? You have to hire some profiles to be where there is a lack at workforce, or in this other part of our company we have too much people. Is it also analyzing such things?
Yes, indeed. And so that's a really good question. I didn't mention the use cases that we already dealt with. It's quite broad, but always, of course, within the sector of HR. But some typical questions, business questions that we got is there is a lot of overtime. What is happening there? But also workforce planning. We need some skills for the future. How are we going to deal with it? Also things like absenteeism and turnover, people leaving the company. Why are they doing that? That's the analysis and the advice that we are giving indeed. And maybe important also to mention, nowadays this isn't an AI tool. So we use AI for doing the analysis, but the analysis is still consultancy. And so it's us dealing and providing the answers to the questions, but we are already looking for some AI support for dealing with this question and also translating these insights to the internal stakeholders in the organization. Oh, that's an answer to your question?
Yes, thank you. Very clear. So you remain a consultancy company, but you use the AI tools to manage the data and be more successful in your mission.
Yes, indeed. Because one of the biggest challenges within a lot of organizations is the data quality. And we have some AI scripts that can help you to maintain the quality of these HR data on a really good level. Otherwise, it's a manual intervention, and that's something we want to develop and to go into the future, that these things are automatically spot by an AI script that can help you to have and maintain a good quality of this HR data, because these are the fundamentals to get insights from. Otherwise, you have the classic concept of garbage in is garbage out, and there that's where AI, for example, comes in.
Yeah.
Thank you for your answer.
Thank you.
Thank you for the question also, Didier, because it was a very interesting question. As Jeroen said, Jeroen, quality is important, but now I understand also better why you look